What's going on, everybody? Dallas again with Chaos Fragrances. Today we're back with another fragrance review. This time we're taking a look at a newer fragrance from Maison Martin Margiela. This one is called Replica Under the Lemon Trees. So this one's been getting a little bit of talk here recently in the community, on the Facebook groups and things like that. And I actually just did a split on this one. A lot of people were really interested in it, so that went over really well. So I might end up doing another one at some point or another. So if you guys are interested in getting your nose on this and you don't want to blind buy a bottle, make sure you join my Facebook group. It'll be linked down below. You can join it there. That way you'll see when I post the split, and you can choose to get in on that if you want to. You don't have to if you don't want to, obviously. And I'm not sure when I will do that, if I will. It's still something I'm kind of tossing around. I may do it at some point. Kind of want to wait until it gets a little bit warmer. It's where it's a little bit more in season. But like I said, this first bottle I did filled up really quickly. A lot of people are interested in it, and this is really solid stuff. So if you guys are interested in getting in on a split on this at some point, make sure you join my Facebook group, link down below. So today I'm going to be reviewing this fragrance. I'm going to tell you how it smells, how it performs, when you can wear it, and things like that. So if that sounds interesting to you guys, let's go and jump into this review. So right in the opening of this one, what I get pretty much right away, shouldn't really be much of a surprise to you, is some lemon and some lime. I get a little bit of both personally. The lemon, very prominent, obviously going by the name you would kind of expect that, but I also get a lime note as well, which gives it a little bit more of a tart and crisp scent. The lemon doesn't come across synthetic or scratchy or anything, neither does the lime, and that's something that I personally kind of look out for when it comes to scents like this. Is sometimes, depending on the scent and things like that, the lemon, the lime, and citruses like that can come across a little bit scratchy, and a little bit too, smelling like a chemical cleaner type of thing. But with this scent though, it doesn't come across like that at all. It's very smooth and it smells great. As it settles down on my skin a little bit, I start to pick up on a green tea note, which is listed, and I do get that in this. It's not like an inky smell, like for example in Creed Silver Mountain Water. That has a tea note and has some other mixtures, which gives it kind of a metallic, inky smell. This one doesn't really have much of an inky smell at all, which is nice. But like I said, that tea note is prominent and it does smell really good. It gives it a nice cooling and soothing type of scent overall. I start to pick up on some musk as well, and also cardamom. So cardamom is interesting. That is listed in here. I do pick up on it a little bit. It's giving it a little bit of a spicy touch and a little bit of a sweetness, not too over the top. Like I said, the main players here is going to be that lemon, that lime, and that green tea to my nose. But the cardamom is there a little bit, and it's giving it a little bit of a nice boost, giving a little bit of a spiciness, like I said, and a little bit of a sweet touch as well. Getting into the dry down, a little bit of a woodiness starts to come in as well. That citrus is still there, but it's smoothed out at that point. Overall, it does get a little bit smoother, a little bit muskier in the dry down, and I really like it from the opening where you get that blast of lemon and lime, and I like it a lot in the dry down as well. You guys know I'm a really big fan of my citrus fragrances, and this is one of those ones that just really hits home for me. There are certain scents that when I smell it, it's just something that just works really well with me. It brings back memories of things. Overall, it's just something that makes me happy when I smell it. I kind of connect with it, and this is one of those fragrances right here. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of my citrus fragrances. I'm a huge fan of summer and summer fragrances in general. Don't get me wrong, I love my sweeter fragrances for winter, but there's something about fresher citrus fragrances, wearing them in the summer heat, that I really like. And this right here is just one of those fragrances that bring me back to those types of memories. So one comparison I drew pretty much right away when I sprayed it was it kind of reminded me a little bit of MFK Petit Matin or Petit Matin. This one is a great citrus fragrance as well. This one's more focused on orange blossom. This one has more of the lemon and the lime. So I'm not saying that they smell identical. I'm not really saying they smell all that alike either, but it's one of those things where when I smelled this, I pretty much instantly thought of Petit Matin because they both are very bright, they're very uplifting, and they're very much focused on citrus notes and a little bit of a muskiness as well, which both of these have that. So again, I would kind of compare these two together. I'm not saying that they smell, all that same, but talking about kind of like a genre of scent, these are definitely comparable to each other. So let's go ahead and talk about when you can wear this, but before we do, I just want to jump in here and say, If you haven't checked out my decanting course yet, go ahead and do that now. Head on over to my website, chaosfragrances.com. You can check it out there. And if you stay on there, one thing will pop up and it'll ask you if you want a discount. All you had to do, enter your email, click the button, and it'll send you an extra 20% off coupon code to get the course. So you're going to get it at even more of a discounted price just by entering your email in that box when it pops up. Again, I go over everything you need to know in that course, from how to get started by, setting your prices, to actually decanting, to actually shipping and everything. I go over the whole process, make it super easy for you, so that way you don't end up wasting a bunch of your time or losing a bunch of your money like I did when I first started out. You'll be able to build an amazing collection in no time without having to pay out of pocket. Overall, it is just fantastic, and again, I teach you everything you need to know in that course. So again, make sure you check it out, chaosfragrances.com. Let's go and get back into the review. So when can you wear Under the Lemon Trees? Definitely more of a casual spring and summer scent. Again, like I said, this stuff just smells fantastic and it brings me back to summer and spring. This is something I could see wearing in a nice crisp white t-shirt and shorts, just for a casual day. You're just going about your day, not really doing anything too crazy. This type of scent right here is going to work perfectly for that. Again, it has this nice uplifting effervescent smell to it, with the lemon, with the lime, with the green tea. It just smells very invigorating and very soothing as well. So this again would be great for any sort of casual activities. It would even be great for a work scent, in my opinion. This is something, again, with that tea note, it has kind of a calming and cooling effect. So if you're having a stressful day at work, you're stuck in the office and the weather is nice outside, if you throw this thing on, it's probably going to help you get through your day, because it's going to calm you down because of this kind of soothing smell it has. And with the brighter citrus notes, it's just going to remind you of being outdoors, and it's something that would help get you through your day. So again, like I said, a great casual scent for the spring and summer daytime. That's when it would be best suited for. So how does this perform? It does okay on my skin, not the best. Longevity wise, I'm getting about 6 hours or so, give or take. Sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less. I've gotten closer to the 7-hour mark before, but it really just kind of depends. It can vary a little bit from time to time each time I wear it. Projection, on the other hand, it's kind of in the middle as well. It's definitely not a beast, but it's also not really a skin scent either. With a few extra sprays of this one, you can get to start to push out pretty good, but generally it's going to sit a little bit closer to your skin than it would project out really far. And for me personally, that's not a huge deal. I don't mind the fact that it's a little bit lighter on performance, and that's kind of the nature of a fragrance like this. Even going back to what I was talking about earlier with Petit Matin, that one doesn't really perform the best either. These are lighter citrus fragrances, and they aren't always going to be the strongest. But with that being said though, performance to me is acceptable enough. Again, there are going to be a lot of people who wish it performed better, and I do wish it performed better, but I'm not going to knock it for that. I'm not gonna, say it's not a great fragrance because it doesn't perform like a beast. I don't believe in doing that. Like I said, I'm okay with going with a few extra sprays. I'm okay with carrying a sample if I had to. But overall performance, again, it's about what you would expect for a mainly citrus dominated scent like this, and I'm not really complaining too much. Overall, again, it's not awful, but it's not the best either. So will this one be a compliment getter for you? The answer is yeah, this will definitely garner you some compliments. Again, if you're wearing this in the spring and summer when it's nice and warm outside, this is really going to heat up on your skin. It's really going to open up in that warm weather, and which is in turn going to make it project more. And it's also, again, just going to open up the fragrance. It's going to make it a little bit more sweeter, a little bit more sparkling. And overall, once it gets heated up on your skin like that, it's going to do great in the summer for you. People are going to be noticing it, and you're going to smell fantastic. You're going to smell very refreshing and clean, and that's something that you typically want to go for in the summertime. And that's something that really is going to catch people's attention. Probably aren't going to be smelling this on that many people. Again, this still is a designer fragrance, but most people are probably going to be wearing Sauvage or Acqua di Gio or something like that. So if you end up walking into a room wearing this, again, not a lot of people are probably going to be smelling this. Not a lot of people are probably going to be wearing this either. So it's going to work out really great for you in that regard. I'm not saying it's going to be a compliment monster like Sauvage or something like that. But it is going to do very well for you. It's a nice refreshing lemon scent, and it's just going to work great. So let's go ahead and touch on price really quickly. I bought this bottle retail, and it costed me $126 for the 100 ml bottle, and personally I don't really think that's too awfully bad. Again, it is on the higher end when you're talking about designer fragrances, and again, at retail it's always going to be more expensive. but that's just kind of what you have to do. These may start to pop up in the Facebook groups at some point where you can get them for under retail. It's probably not going to be discounted too awfully much. You might be able to get them for, you know, $90, maybe a little bit under for 100 ml brand new bottles at some point. Again, I'm not saying right now. I personally haven't seen any. I've just been seeing people buy them at retail. But $126 for 100 ml, in my opinion, again, isn't bad. Again, if you give it some time, it may start to roll out onto Facebook and on eBay where you can pick it up a little bit cheaper. But again, being that this is a little bit of a newer release right now, you're pretty much going to be stuck at paying that retail price. I personally think it's worth it. I mean, again, I really enjoy the scent. It's kind of hard to go wrong with something like this. It's very clean, it's very fresh, it's very bright. It's just something that makes me happy. It kind of is uplifting, and I really enjoy the scent a lot. So guys, that's gonna do it for my review. That is my review on Under the Lemon Trees. If you guys have tried this one by chance, let me know what you think of it down below. Also, let me know what some of your favorite Replica fragrances are, because they do have quite a few good ones. I personally only own this one and By the Fireplace, but there are a few more that I want to get my nose on and get in the collection at some point. So I think that's going to do it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to leave a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss when I post. And that's going to do it for this one, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.